Thank you for continuing to join me in the Secrets to Kumihimo series. This is video number 6, and we're doing a 12-strand braided bracelet with cup chain. Are you ready to add 2 more strands? You can do it.
Get our email newsletter for beading news, sale announcements, new product announcements, and more. Link is in the description below.
This elegant bracelet uses 12 strands and cup chain to give that classy look to your Kumihimo bracelet. You can really customize with any color cord and cup chain and also clasp, but I used a magnetic clasp on this one, and I'm going to show you all the other materials I used to make this bracelet. So I have teal silk cord, some ribbon ends, cup chain, some jump rings, and some magnetic clasps. E6000 glue with a toothpick, pliers. I have a chain nose and bent chain nose, and some flush cutters to cut that cup chain. So I cut 12 strands of cord, and they're 20 inches each, and then I put them through the hole, and then what I did was I tied them together just with a simple overhand knot. And then we put them in the slots. So I have 6 on the top, 6 on the bottom, and they're in the slots 4 through 9 on both bottom and top. Now we're going to go ahead and start our braid. So I'm going to take the top 6 and we're going to bring it over to the right side B. And then we're going to top 7 and we're going to go left side B. Now that's going to be our side cords. Now I'm going to start and pretend there's a line that's going right down the center. And I'm going to work the left side of the disc first. So I'm going to take bottom 6 up to top 6. And now I created an empty spot here, so I'm going to bring top 5 down to bottom 6, bottom 5 up to that empty spot up there at top 5, top 4 to bottom 5, bottom 4 to top 4. As you can see, I'm just going back and forth, up and down, filling those spots that I've created. Now, I've worked the left side, now I'm going to work the right side. So I'm going to take bottom 7 up to top 7, top 8 to bottom 7, bottom 8 to top 8, top 9 to bottom 8, and bottom 9 up to top 9. But I need to get my cords back to the bottom, so I have 6 on the bottom and 6 on the top. So I'm going to bring my right side back down to bottom 9 and my left side down to bottom 4. So you can see we're right back where we started from. 6 on the top and 6 on the bottom. We're just going to repeat that, and I'm going to do that 5 times so I can get a little bit of a tail on the bottom for my ribbon clips. So again, my side cords are there. Bottom 6, top 6, top 5, bottom 6, bottom 5 to top 5, top 4 to bottom 5, and bottom 4 to top 4. As you can see, again, I'm just putting back and forth, filling those empty spots that I've created. Bottom 7 now on the right side to top 7, top 8, bottom 7, bottom 8, top 8, top 9, bottom 8, bottom 9 to top 9, and then side cords back to the end. So we're back to 6 and 6. Now I'm going to keep doing that just a couple more times and I'll be back. All right, so I finished 5 cycles, and again, that gives me just enough here for a little tail so I can do my ribbon end clip on that. Okay, so now that I have my end that I want, I'm going to incorporate our cup chain. So I have a piece of cup chain here. And you can, this here is probably about a 7-8 inch, probably 7.5 inches. But you can use how much you want. And then if it's too long, you could cut it in the end. Okay, so I'm going to go ahead and pretend that there's a center line right down the center here again between 6 and 7 and 6 and 7. And then I'm going to take the end of my cup chain, and for that first link here, I'm going to hold it in between. Yeah, it's going to be a little hard at first to hold on to, but you'll get it. Okay. All right, so once I get it, I'm kind of holding it there with my thumb and holding it in place. See, if you can see right there, I'm going to put my thumb right on top of the first cup. So I kind of holding it in place there. Okay. And now we're going to keep this in the center between 6 and 7. Okay. So that helps remind you to keep it center. And then we're going to continue with our side chords again. So I'm going to take number 6, but I'm going to go right in between that cup chain. Okay. Right between the first link, the very first link that you have. And I'm going to go back into B. Now it's going to be kind of a little wonky, so just kind of hold it in place. And then we're going to take 7, do the same thing, and we're going right into that same link here. Going right into the same link, and we're going to go back and secure 7. Okay, so I'm going to kind of adjust it so you can see. So you can see that first little cup right there, it's in between, and those 2 chords are right in between the link of the first one. Okay, now you're just going to go ahead and continue your weave and your cycle. Bottom 6, top 6, bottom 5, 5 to top 5, top 4 to bottom 5. There. Okay, and we did that side. We're going to do this side, kind of still keep it centered. It'll get easier once you weave more chain into it, but right now it's just, you're just trying to hold everything in place. Okay. And then bring those side ones down. Okay. So that's one cycle right there. And after you do one cycle, you're going to take this cup chain. Whoops, and sometimes it gets kind of caught. Be careful. Okay. Now we're going to take the cup chain and we're going to bring it to this side. And the reason why I'm doing that is because we want to weave on the back side to secure it. Okay. So we're going to do the same thing. And we're just going to weave it in. So it goes right, going to go right back over and secure that weave that you did in the front. Now, if you don't do this, it will just kind of be loose. The cup chain will be loose, and you don't want that to be loose. You want it to be nice and snug. And then just continue your cycle. Okay, make sure that stays in the center. Okay, then we're going to bring our sides down. And I'm giving just a slight little pull when I'm bringing these sides just to keep the cup chain nice and tight too. Okay. Okay, so now we finish that cycle. Now he's going back. We're going to flip him back over the cup chain. So now this is the front, and now we're going to see the link that's opened up again. We're going to do that. Bring it over to the side again. So you're going to go right next into the next link. And make sure you adjust and hold it tight. There you go. If you see. And then hold it, and then just continue your braid or your weave. While you're doing this, you just want to keep it nice and tight and snug, especially when you're doing the first few cups, because you want it nice and snug. As you get further down your braid and Kumihimo weave, it'll be a lot easier, and you won't have to worry so much about keeping it all together. All right. All right, so we got that. Make sure it's nice and tight and it's even, and your cup chain's in the center. And then we're going to do that again. I'm going to flip him over, flip the cup chain over, and then bring the sides over. and then finish the braid. As you can see also, I'm kind of holding it now towards me, so it's easier to see and easier to get that back braid. And we're going to continue. And it's just simple as that. It's just going back and forth. Continuing the same kind of cycle that we're doing. And remember on the side ones, just give it a little pull, a little tug. There we go. It's straighten everything out a little bit. Tight, tight, tight. Flip him back over. I'm going to just continue this braid until I get enough to show you how much I've accomplished. All right, we're getting there. And as I'm going to finish this cycle, I kind of want to show you what it looks like so far. So I'm going to turn it over and see what a great pattern it's getting. That cup chain's nice and tight, the braid's nice and tight. And I'm going to show you the back side. So that's the back side that shows. That's the first one that we did. But see how the braid is actually nice and tight. And by going back behind the cup chain, that's what creates it from setting and not moving. And we're going to just keep doing that until we get the desired length that you want. So if you need to add more, just add more. And if you don't need a whole lot, when you get to the end of your bracelet, you just snip it off. All right, so I'm about at the length that I want my bracelet, and I'm at the end of my cup chain, and you don't have to do anything special. We're just going to continue this braid, and then we're going to add 5 more cycles, just like we did in the beginning, to create that tail that we need for the ribbon end clip. So I'm just going to continue and secure that end and make 5 more cycles. Okay, I added 5 more cycles to create my tail. So now I'm going to take my strings off, my cords off of the disc, and I'm going to slip it off. And then I'm just going to do an overhand knot. All right, so now I'm going to take some E6000 glue on a toothpick. And we're going to glue into the braid. And I'm going to really get into there. Okay. And I'm going to do a little bit of a pull just so it gets into the weaves. Okay. And then I'm going to do this on both sides, and then I'm going to flip and do it on the back side. Okay, we're going to let this glue dry for about 5 minutes, and I'll come back and we'll finish the clasp. Now that the glue is dried, I'm going to go ahead and cut this end and make it nice and clean cut. And then I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to attach my magnetic clasp to my ribbon end. It just makes it a whole lot easier when I'm attaching it. Being that it's magnetic, it kind of moves around, so it's easier to do it in this step. Okay, I'm going to attach the ribbon end clip using my chain nose pliers to squeeze it together on the braid. Depending on the style of crimp end you choose, you might want to use nylon jaw pliers to prevent any marring. I'm using textured ends, so it isn't really a concern on this one, but definitely something to keep in mind. All right, and there we have it, a beautiful Kumihimo classy bracelet with a magnetic clasp. Wow, and you did it! You did 12-strand bracelet. In the next video, I'll show you how to take the 12 strands and turn it into a heart friendship bracelet. We'll see you in the next video. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, and sign up for our email newsletter.